This presentation is brought to you by Smoooth Productions.
Welcome to another edition of your Wednesday night Sports Delight platform sports talk show. What is going on, party people? It is your boy Smooth. That is Smooth with 3 O's. Welcome to another edition of the Platform Sports Talk Show, the main show, your Wednesday night sports delight. It is a beautiful, beautiful Wednesday. It's not muggy. It's not too rainy or anything. They just feels good. It's going to feel good for the next few days. And finally, you know what I'm saying? Some nice, respectable weather in the St. Louis area. So thank you for that. And a lot of great, exciting things coming up as we get towards the end of the month, going into September, going to the fall season very soon. But I thank y'all once again for tuning in to the Platform Sports Talk Show. Need y'all right now to go ahead and hit that like, hit that share. Also, if you are watching, you'll see a QR code on the top right of your screen, right over there. Just go ahead and use that phone throughout the show. Scan it. You will connect with yours truly, Smoooth Productions. That's my company. You'll see the website. You'll see all the social media links from the Platform Sports Talk Show and beyond. You'll see everything that I'm about. Speaking of which, with the Platform Sports Talk Show, give it a follow. Just go on Facebook, on X, Instagram. Put in the Platform Sports Talk Show. You'll see it. You'll go ahead and follow it and show love. Also on YouTube, just put in the Platform Sports Talk Show. Be sure to subscribe and click on that bell so anytime we go live, like we are right now, you will be notified. You'll also see we have an email address, platformsportstalkshow@gmail.com. The reason why we have that is because if you would like for us to come out to your establishment, if you know some place that would love to have a live show with their facility being a wonderful backdrop while we have amazing conversations, amazing guests to appear on the show, shoot us an email, platformsportstalkshow@gmail.com. Also, if you know someone who would be great to be on the show, to get their stories told, of course, sports-wise, they can email us as well. Once again, platformsportstalkshow@gmail.com. And about myself, I am a producer, DJ, custom apparel. I provide audio visual, sound engineer. Speaking of that, last Saturday over in Central West End, there was a huge jazz and blues festival. And shouts out to my guy, DJ Code Zero. He is an amazing sound engineer, and he trusted in me because he was double booked, so he had to go to a wedding or to a event to DJ. So he trusted in me to make sure I held down the sounds for some incredible bands that was holding things down this past Saturday over in Central West End, and it was amazing. It was a great experience for me, and look forward to doing more things with him. So when you start seeing more and more concerts and events, and you might see me out there, show love. Also, you need help with the podcast or a talk show host skills, whatever you need in regards to that realm, get at me. And lastly, but definitely not least, photography, videography, and drone services as well. Going back to the platform sports talk show, if you can't watch, we know things are going on in life. You can also listen on Hot 365 Radio, where it's always you can check out their website, hot365radio.com, or download the app. Doesn't matter if it's iOS or Android. They also have a Twitch channel, twitch.tv/hot365 radio. You can catch the replay of our most recent show each and every Sunday at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Every first Wednesday of the month, you have Ladies' Night. Every last Wednesday of the month, you have the Man Cave. And of course, we have the opportunity. If you would like to have your business to be promoted on our network, let's make that happen. Let's collaborate. Become a sponsor of the Platform Sports Talk Show Network. From logo placement to on air mentions to sponsor segments to even having highlight reels, say highlight reels brought to you by your company. Let's make that happen. Shoot us an email, platform sports talk show at gmail.com. And last but not least, my other baby smooth conversations, where the conversations are always smooth. Every Thursday, no matter if it's a live show or it is a best of, go to beatdistrictradio.com. Shouts out to my district radio family. You can also download the app, iOS and on Android as well. And like and subscribe on YouTube. Just put in Smooth Conversations. Once again, Smooth with 3 O's, and you are good to go. So that is the promo as of now. Once again, thank y'all for tuning in. This show's been going on strong consistently on Wednesdays for 9 years, y'all. It's truly been a blessing. We want to get those sponsors going. We want to get more subscribers, more followers. So we need you to spread the word about the Platform Sports Talk Show Network. We truly have a beautiful thing, and it needs more exposure so we can get more eyes, more people to know why this is a very special show, unlike any other sports talk show. So once again, why not? Consistency matters, right? Professionalism matters. That's what we do. Now, I'm not the only one on the show this evening. This show might be one of our fastest shows. We'll see. Cause when we get to the conversations, it can just go so good. You be like, man, it's been 2 hours already. But this woman here, she is adjusting to the life of her kids, not kid, but kids getting older and being more involved in different activities now. So she's feeling the brunt of it, but I appreciate her every time she steps up to the plate and comes on to the Platform Sports Talk Show. She holds things down from the boondocks. Jobo, how you doing?
I am tired, but I am good, and I'm happy to be here. Oh man, yeah, it's Mia's first week of school, and if Miss Dub, I don't want to forget about this right now. If she joins the show, I don't know if she's commented yet or not, but she did. I did. If you're friends with me on Facebook, follow me on Facebook. I posted a link for raffle tickets Mia has to sell for school, and Miss Dub came through and did that. So thank you, Miss Dub. I don't want to forget about thanking you here for everyone to see. So thank you for that. Yep. Cheers, 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 cheers. Um, but no, it's just Mia's in kindergarten now. She's going 5 days a week. She's got speech class. She's got soccer. She's got gymnastics. So it's getting wild. I go in the office twice a week. Burn is at home with the little monster Clark by himself on those days, and I feel terrible because he is. Clark's also adjusting because Big Sissy's not home to play with him and keep him occupied. So he just wants to be held even more now. Hi, Miss Dub. Happy Wednesday. But yeah, so a little tired here at the Bovacani house, but I am appreciating this weather like you talked about early on because it's like you said, it's not disgustingly hot out. It's not freezing or even cold for that matter, but it's kind of nice, and there's like a random breeze here and there that I'm loving. It's getting me
Right.
excited for playoff baseball, football,
Mhm.
chili, soup, all the fall stuff, and
All the
I'm
things.
yeah, I'm sure it'll be so hot this weekend for some reason out of nowhere, but it got me a little excited.
Yeah, and the forecast did say that we shouldn't expect anything over 90 degrees until like later on next week. So
I'm
that's
here
gonna
for
be
it.
a welcoming feel right now. And shouts out to my number one fan, my number one partner, my SA Dub. She is part of the amazing Ladies Night panel as well. She's the person probably knows the most sports out of any lady on the panel, and that is my wife. Shouts out to you, wifey. Love you. She
Hey, hi, man.
just got back from making a grocery run, and she like going grocery shopping or just going shopping and be like that at release therapy for her. So
I
she be
hate it. Oh man, I went on Saturday because you're already doing her things. I went to Sam's and I went to Walmart, and I was like, the human population, man. Oof, I don't know. It just gets to me sometimes.
I feel you.
but
I feel you.
but it was nice to get it done because Sunday we kind of just chilled. So that was nice.
Yeah, and I'm not one who enjoys long lines either. So hey, I get it. I get it. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it's rough.
as you were saying before about the weather, man, it just feels good to not have to go outside and it just be like, oh my God, I got an attitude now. It just be so hot. You just go outside, you be like, oh, man, I'm pissed at the grass now. You know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah.
small stuff like that. So it just feels good to go outside and feel a nice breeze. The sun ain't beaming on your head and you ain't getting a tan. Man, it's crazy. But we here, get this show going once again. Share, like, and don't be afraid, people. No matter if you're on Facebook, if you're on X, if you're on Instagram, you on YouTube, go ahead and leave a comment. You know what I'm saying? Of course, in regards to sports. And if I approve, I will show your comment on the screen. We want to engage, we want to interact. Joe and I love to talk, sports amongst ourselves, but we love to have even more people to tune in. So if you know someone who loves sports, who loves to just talk about it, they always posting some sports. That's why I have this show. That's why it's called the platform, because we are providing that platform for you all to let out whatever's going on in your mind with sports. So, with that being said, Jobo, our first, of course, mainly always our first topic is you now have my attention. What sports story or stories has your attention?
Mine is kind of just like headlines in Major League Baseball, I guess. Right now, a lot of people are saying, "Hey, is PCA going to win the MVP over Otani?" And ever since Otani came to the NL, I didn't think he was ever just not going to win the MVP. So,
Right.
that's interesting. PCA, I mean, I told you pre-show Clark has been sleeping, and it's I went in there to go rock him back to sleep the other night, and I came back to go Cubs go playing, and PCA pointing, slapping the Cubs logo on his chest because he hit his second homer of the night and he walked it off. Like the guy, whether we like him or not, he's good, he's exciting, and yeah, I mean Otani and him though, they keep going. Like if PCA hits a couple homers, Otani does the same damn thing. So obviously Otani has a couple of those, pitching stats in there as well because he did pitch for most of the first half of the season.
And he was
Um,
dominant.
and he was dominant. He's got like a 1.78 ERA or so. I can't remember what it was, but so you always got to look at that. And then with him pitching, because Otani is a freak and he can care about one thing over the other and not let it change his entire game to where like going into the year he wanted to. Hi Calvin. At the beginning of the year, it's like he had in his mind, I want to win the Cy Young this year. and he was doing that. And while doing that, his hitting was slightly down, not incredibly down. And then he wasn't swiping bags like he usually does. And now, so that's something people look at like, oh, PCA is swiping the bags. And he has that part over him. And obviously, I do think, and it's like this for a couple like shortstops and center fielders. WAR, I just exactly don't even. I don't necessarily love the stat, but they got PCA is the best player in baseball if you go by WAR because he plays good defense in center field. So that's something that's interesting. You got. I was listening to Talking Baseball, and I don't know if you follow them or even Danny Wexelman from the Cardinals broadcast, but they were like, why the hell? Like, who is Alec Burleson, and why is he leading the league in RBIs? Like, right now it's by 1, but it's just like, if you look at the top 5 in RBIs, it's like Burley, CJ Abrams, Sal Stewart, Yordan Alvarez, and Jordan Walker. And like those aren't the typical people you would think to have, the most RBIs in baseball besides probably Yordan, but it's kind of funny and weird. And then this morning you had the stat about how well Burley picks the ball at first base, and he's the best at it in baseball, right ahead at first base ahead of Freddie Freeman. So it's cool to see Burley getting some love and attention around the league, honestly. And it's just cool seeing, like they even showed earlier in the game that he's obviously top 5 in that. He's top 5 in hits along with Jordan Walker as well. So it's just, I don't know, it gets you kind of excited thinking about, like we talked with Kyle Reese last week. Do we expect them to go into the playoffs this year and go far? No. But the whole point of this year was to see what we have moving forward and build for the future, and we're seeing it, like guys like Burley and Walker, that's that will play. And then lastly, kind of a negative one. I hate it because I love Kyle Tucker, but it's he's not having a great time in LA. He's getting paid $70+ million to bat 7th in their lineup and play Gold Glove defense, and he's not playing Gold Glove defense. He, before last night, was in an 0-for-19 slump. He had a double last night in Colorado, I believe. And they're just like not playing him at home now because his numbers at home are atrocious. So I don't know. It's weird. And then Edwin Diaz is now on the IL again for them. He just got off the IL. Blue was saved against the Brewers over the weekend. And there you go. Baez, his first hit since his 3-homer game. And it was a rope too, so good for him.
Oh yeah, he was breaking out. It's just a matter of him getting the base hit, but he been trying to break out. So
yeah, that sack fly was huge last night. I told Brennan that when it happened. So maybe that was the breaking point. But anyways, just Kyle Tucker. I mean, it's just, he was with the Astros. It's great there. He was Keen Tuck there, World Series champion, all this stuff, and then goes to the Cubs. And Cub fans hate him now too. I don't know if you've seen all that. Like he gets booed when he goes there, and he had a bad year last year, and he played through injuries, or did it say he was injured? And then he signs this massive contract to go just be a guy in the lineup for the Dodgers, and now he's not playing good there. So I don't know. I probably saw the most negative comment about him today on X, and it's that he's the next Chris Bryant. I hate it because I love Kyle Tucker. But if people remember, Chris Bryant was really freaking good, World Series champion, Rookie of the Year, MVP. He was great defensively. And then as soon as he got traded,
now
I can't remember what year that was. Yeah, he was with the Giants, and then he signed that weird random ass contract with the Rockies, and ever since then he's not on the field. So it's like he got paid and that was it. I mean, I will say, like, he's injured all the time. Tucker's not, but it's just I don't know. It's kind of a weird head scratcher, and everyone's questioning if the Dodgers are like, should we be concerned about them? No, I don't think so. I think they'll turn it on when the playoffs start. But it is kind of weird to see, what's going on with them. They're not as dominant as they usually are. So, I mean, Scooball went there and he's been good, but he hasn't been Scooball. So,
Mhm.
I don't know that's like what has my attention right now. Just kind of all the different headlines that you're seeing around MLB right now.
So I have a few responses to a few things that you brought up. First,
Mhm.
PCA, P. Crow Armstrong. Cardinal fans are probably gonna hate me for saying this, but I absolutely love that player. I love everything about him because he plays with the edge. And that's what you need, especially when you playing a rival. You need someone that, of course, as a Cardinal, you don't want to see him succeed. Oh, I can't stand this dude, but you love him because of what he brings to the game. And that's what I respect. And not saying I root for him against us, but I'm just saying it's that I just respect the player he is. When he came to St. Louis, especially after the Tarp movement started, and he started to, please them by, he hit a home run. He's going around the bases with his, hand on his helmet and, the whole nine. It's like, yeah, y'all talking about me. I'm a troll y'all as I hit this home run, stuff like that. He makes great plays. He's a great center fielder. I mean, he has all the tools. So I absolutely love that guy. And I
And
love,
I love he's appreciated what Jordan Walker's doing. He's appreciate like he hasn't
yeah,
maybe he does at home or in the dugout or in the clubhouse, but publicly he has not. And maybe we should, maybe he should, because I saw Jared Carrabis today say that the Cubs and Cardinals rivalry is like nothing to him, and there's no blood to it, which I don't think it's really ever been anything like
no.
that.
That was just more so Dusty and LaRussa.
Yeah. So like it's always just kind of been they were little brother to us for most of my life, and now they're competitive, and that's that,
Mhm.
But like he's never had anything bad to say about the Cardinals. He loves the tarps off. He's so it's like I hate saying that you like appreciate the dude and you appreciate how good he is at baseball. And I hated coming in and going to bed and closing my eyes to an image of him all pumped up because he just hit a walk off homer. But he's good for the game.
Yes.
And that's what we need right now. And as we talked about last week, it's gonna really suck when they don't figure out the CBA issue, because guys like that, they're just going to be a year older next time we come in, and who knows what happens with everyone.
And speaking of PCA, going back to him, excuse me, the rookie or the first draft pick that we got, Trevor Condon, they're
Hmm.
comparing him to PCA, and I can already see that he kind of has that little edge to him. His body frame is similar. He's a
His
left-handed
face
guy.
just looks like him, so
Yeah. So it's and I want the Cardinals to have that person where opposing teams are like, I just can't stand like that's how Yachty was to a
hmm
lot of opposing teams. Like everyone knew about Pujols being the guy. So well, like I hated Pujols in regards to other teams saying that, but other teams just couldn't stand Yachty because he was good, he was fiery, he had an edge, and I feel like Wilson Contreras was that guy,
hmm
what I'm saying, for the Cardinals. But now because this team is so much younger, I'm waiting on, and maybe it could be Baez. You could just kind of tell, and we'll talk about him later on. But you could tell by his mannerism that when he has success, you're going to see him show off that, yeah, I just hit you. He gives
hmm
off that kind of vibe. But we need to have that one or two players that just gives that edge that's going to make another team pissed off that they play on the Cardinals, but then your teammates are saying, man, we feed off that energy. So
I think we have that though with some of our guys now. Like I think 100% is that.
Mhm.
Um, Burley, in a sense, I think is kind of like that.
and
Like,
that, and he was second I'm going to talk about too, but go ahead.
okay, yeah, I was gonna say he's not like fiery or anything, but I could see how a fan base would be annoyed by Burley. Like I don't know, like his licking of the hand, the slap, and like the fact that you could throw a ball 5 feet over his head, he's still gonna hit it into the bleacher. Just I could see little things like it's kind of like a why are you good type thing that would get in people's head. But and then who knows? I mean, Stanek, he's not young. He'll be here next year possibly, but he's obviously someone that gets in people's head because he's screaming all over the place and pumping his fist. So, and I can totally see Baez being that guy once he's in for a little bit longer.
Yeah, and then going back to Burleson, I was just gonna say after everything you broke down about him, it sounds like very soon, in my eyes, he's gonna be signing an extension with the Cardinals very soon. Because everything he just brought up, he's an elite hitter. You know what I'm saying? Elite hitter. He was a silver slugger last year. He's leading the league in RBIs this year. Him and Jordan Walker are going to be the first two guys to get over 100 RBIs in the season, probably since Arenado and Goldie that 1 year. In the middle of the lineup, he's durable as well. He's durable. And he's a great first baseman. So all those tools he's going to be getting in between 15 to 20 mil over the next, 5, 6, possibly 7 seasons. He's a cornerstone player now. There's no question about it. He is a cornerstone guy, and you could tell he's a winning kind of guy as well. That's what you need to have to build up that core. So yeah, those two things that stood out to me in regards to what you said about what has your attention. Like you said before, we just hope that the stoppage doesn't happen, man. It probably will, but we just hoping for a miracle that something can happen because you don't want to stop this momentum that, especially for us being biased, that the Cardinals are building because it's like it's right there. It's like they're right on the cusp, and you don't want to stop that train from going.
That would be our look, huh?
Man,
Get all the fans excited about young talent coming up, and we're actually seeing it in our rebuild year, and more guys in the farm system, as we talked about with Kyle Reese last week. Of like, man, there's just so much potential and promise with this team, and then a work stoppage happens, and we miss like half a year or something, and we're watching banana ball next year. So like, it's just like we'll see.
So, what has my attention? And this one here is football related. But Joe, have you recalled seeing in the history of sports stadium since you've been alive that a sports stadium that was just built is getting so much bad press before the actual first game of the season?
Not that I can think of, no.
Well, that's what's going on right now in the city of Buffalo. They just got a brand new $2.2 billion stadium, the new Highmark Stadium, and it's been nothing but terrible reviews. If you can see on the screen right now on the left side, you see that there's a lot of obstructed views from these photos. So imagine going to a game and getting those seats, and right in front of you, you're seeing that while trying to watch a football game. Like the top left, you got the glass there. How can you really watch a game without standing up and saying, "Man, I can see so and so going for a touchdown"? Then you got the top right with the man with the Josh Allen jersey on. Look at how the person can't even see the other end zone. Then you got the bottom left. Same thing. You're seeing majority of the field, but you can't see the back corner of the end zone nearby. And then on the bottom, on the left side, but bottom right, I mean, look at that. You can't even see the end zone at all. So it's like, how can you build a football stadium and not consider these type of views affecting the fans? You know
How
what I'm
does this
saying?
get approved, I guess? I mean, I don't know how construction goes and blueprints and stuff, but I feel like you would know these things before you build it.
Exactly. And of course, for the last couple of years, once we got word of Buffalo having a new stadium, my main thing was, well, what happens every December or January in Buffalo? They have a terrible snowstorm, and they ask the whole city to come out and bring their shuffles and I'm sorry, shovels and they shovel the snow to
Hmm.
make it accessible for fans to go to the game. So then, if the fans come to the stadium with their shovel and help, then they get free admission to the football game and everything. So, first thing is, well, why not build a dome stadium? You know what I'm saying? Just you just would have thought, why not build a dome stadium? To me, it just didn't make sense for them to to not do that. Then you're hearing Buffalo Bills fans saying, "Well, we want to have that home field advantage of them of teams coming in the cold and whatever." But the thing is, even in the playoffs, Joe, Buffalo hasn't had the best success playing at home. It didn't matter how cold it was; they
Hmm.
still will lose at home. So that is a relevant reaction or response. Then you see the top right. I can't imagine just sitting at a game and just seeing feel like I'm in jail.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's all bad. So they began a lot of negative reviews about the stadium before the first game of the season. Now, what's even worse is that they had their first preseason game last weekend, and the players were going off on the grass.
Like
And
they were mad about it.
yeah, what they're saying is that it is so soft that a player makes a move, and you know how in golf when you're swinging and you hit a ball on the ground on accident and you get a divot that
Hmm.
happens. That's what players are saying is that a divot appears to happen, and it makes the field uneasy to play with. I mean, uneasy to play on during the game. So even players now, from Josh Allen, your main guy, is complaining about the field conditions already. So it's like whoever the architect was, whoever thought about all this, like what is going on?
So
And
I have a
why are you
question.
having all of these issues? It's like Buffalo just can't win on the field or off the field. And Miss
As a
Dub
city.
says, right. Miss Dub says, with all the computer modeling programs that can show what views would look like, there's no excuse for this. I mean, truthfully,
Yeah.
because you know what I'm saying? What if I want to go to a Buffalo game and see, a certain team play, whatever whoever it is, and you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking, well, this seat is gonna be off the chain here. I like how it's set up, and I get there and I see glass or I'm in jail. I would be pissed. I was coming from out of town to see a game, and my view, it shouldn't matter if who this seat is for. You should be able to enjoy the view. And that's just unacceptable. Now, word is that the sources say that the organization, they do know about this and they are working on trying to make some changes. I don't know how, but
Is the other stadium still like there?
no,
Okay, they broke that thing down already.
yes,
I was gonna
yeah.
say, is there other option to just play games there? Do they play at a high school?
Oh my god! I mean, they can, but you may not have a lot of people there at all. But I mean, it's just really bad. I mean, you might have to. Well, I mean, the only other option is a couple hours down New York and see about the Giants and Jet Stadium. You know what I'm saying? Just for something temporarily until something happens because you can't expect your fans, especially like your season ticket holders, to want to have to sit there every game. That's just not right to them.
And also, yeah, the fans, you gotta think about them, but with like players complaining about the grass and stuff, gosh, is that gone? That sucks.
Mm.
Fuck. Okay, well, South Sword might have taken over first in RBIs. Anyway, what sucks about shoot, I've lost my train of thought because of South Store. But oh no, like players coming out and saying stuff, and it's like, not they got to be worried about injuries and stuff.
Right.
If it's that big of an impact in preseason games.
Yep. And yeah, so your TV is slightly ahead of mine, and Libertor just did a Libertor. Did good, and then he gives up that one big hit. So now we gotta see if the Cardinals can come back. Miss Dub
Because I thought
says,
JJ had that ball in his glove before that too.
Miss Dub says if some of those are support beams, you won't be able to take them out. Right.
Yeah.
Right. So it's either just take out those seats so can't no one sit there and complain, or it's something. But it's just bad to already open up a new stadium, and usually new stadiums be having rave reviews. Oh, this is, but I mean they have been getting hit from left to right in regards to how poorly the stadium has been constructed. Then they're talking about the scoreboard is small as well. So
Those literally left and right, they're getting hit.
it's just all bad right now. So we'll see what happens in Buffalo, but that has my attention. Joe, let's get right into the baseball talk as the Cardinals are now down 3-2. They were up 2-0, which I kind of felt like in Cincinnati, you need more runs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You're not going to shut them out back-to-back games in Cincy.
No, and
that's a good start from Libby still. I mean, even if he gets out of this right now, 6 innings, 3 runs, that's great.
Yeah.
It just sucks that they have Gastium, who I've ripped constantly, and he's been decent recently. It sucks that they got him warming up, and then you got 2 runners on, 1 out, and you don't bring him in a change-up specialist. So I'm sure they'll ask Allie about that post game.
Yeah. But in regards to the Cardinals, as you can see, how wild can the Cardinals get? If you can get the verbiage right there. But I do have to ask this question, Joe, because I need to know where you were at and what was your reaction when this moment happened right here.
Comes Baez as a big leaguer for the first time. Swing and a high fly, belted. First pitch in the show. Baez homers. Look at that Cardinal dugout. It is not supposed to be that easy. Unreal.
This is the energy. This is the excitement. This is the thump that the Cardinals have been waiting for. This is the future. We're getting a chance to see it here. What a swing of the bat. 449-foot shot, the first pitch he sees in the big leagues.
Swing and a drive down the line. Did he do it again? That ball is gone. He's got 2 homers. From 0-2 to a full count, and then the grand tour. 4-3 Cardinals.
What a moment. He didn't see fastballs in this one. It was nothing but off speed. The home run was on the changeup down 3-2. This dude is bringing some life to this offense.
Swing, drive, well hit right. Suzuki back. It is gone. It is gone. It is gone. 3 homers for Baez. Major League history at Wrigley Field. Maybe for the first time in my professional life, I am speechless.
Well, Chip, you've been doing this a long time and have seen so many special things and so many firsts, but an opportunity here with Joshua Baez to see history. The first ever player to homer in 3 straight plate appearances to begin his major league career.
Man, what a moment. Where were you at? What was your reaction when you saw all this go down?
It's not exciting for me. As we've talked about before the show and pre-show, I've been a busy mom lately. Saturday, Mia had a birthday party at the bowling alley, and Mia had to go to the bathroom as soon as the game started. And I brought her to the bathroom, and I came back, and I saw it was 3-0, and I looked at Brendan, and he just smiled at me and shook his head. I was like, get the fuck out of here. You're lying. And I looked back at it, and sure enough. And I kind of blame myself that he went hitless until tonight, because after that, I told you as well, I went grocery shopping, and I had it playing on KMOX in the car on my way there. Stopped at the gas station to get some gas. Heard the call on the radio, which the calls on the radio were really freaking good. And I text Brendan. I was like, what? And same as here, he was like, you're obviously faster than me. And that happened. And then I was shopping at Sam's, and I had my headphones on because I'm not missing this. We're playing the Cubs. Baez is doing something crazy. And when it happened again, I had to stop pushing my cart. I just sat there and laughed, and I text Brendan OMG in all caps. And so he was like, apparently you don't have to watch him play ever, and then he'll do good. So maybe I'm the reason why he hasn't done anything since until tonight, because I've been watching him. But no, I mean, I think I put in the chat after the third one, I was like, I have no words. I have absolutely no words. That's something that's never going to happen again in Major League history. I mean, baseball's been around for 123 years, and that has never happened before. A guy to hit 3 homers in his first 3 at bats, and for it to be on 3 different pitches to every single part of the field is just, it's so impressive. And I don't know. I mean, it's I'm still kind of at loss for words, even though, he's won for his last however many since then. But I mean, it was awesome. It was awesome to see all the attention on the Cardinals, like we've said before, like when Walker had the home run derby winner, and all the Burley talk right now. So it's just fun. And like, who would have thought, if you would have told me 10 years ago that Jay Baez at Wrigley Field had 3 homers, and I'm like, fucking Javier Baez, gosh damn it, and it's not him, thank God. So but no, it was awesome.
Yeah. So me myself, I actually had as I brought up earlier in the promo, I actually had a gig where I was providing sound, helping with sound with a live band. So I couldn't watch any of the game, but I looked at my phone, I saw a notification, and it said, he hit a home run first at bat. I'm like, okay, yeah, cool, that's what's up. Then about an hour later, it said, "Are you kidding me? 3 home runs." I'm like, "What? Are you serious?" So
So we both don't have to watch anymore, and he'll be Babe Ruth.
He'll be just
and
fine.
Ohtani combined.
Exactly, he'll be just fine. But yeah, so it was exciting, and it's just going to be a amazing domino effect of just his presence being in that lineup, and we've already seen it already with him being in the lineup. You have to pitch to Jordan Walker. You have to pitch to Burleson. And they've already been reaping the benefits, I'm saying, of being right in front of Baez, because now teams are playing the Cardinals like, oh, wait a minute. I fear this team now. It was maybe 2-3 seasons, Joe, that it was like, oh, we're about to face the Cardinals. This is about to be a cupcake. We don't have no one that we're really, fearing. This team is well, let's just get our ERA back down again. Now it's like, wait a minute. Like you said before, Burleson, Walker is getting it. Ivan Herrera has started to hit. You seeing Baez, Mason Wynn is starting to get better and better now. He's found something. But like, this team is actually looking pretty darn deep. You know what I'm saying? So it's just having his presence on the field is gone. I mean, just playing in the lineup, I'm loving it. And for those who are like, running about, he's been 0 for 18 prior to his recent base hit, I had no concerns at all, because he's young. He just getting up here, and the same stuff that he was going through in the minor leagues, he's gonna go through with the major league, because you have better pitchers as well. And it's all about him making that adjustment. Everyone in the league saw how he brought it for that 3 home run game against Chicago. But then it's all about, well, how is he going to react now when pitchers make adjustments? And that's going to be the beauty of seeing this guy develop and get it, because once he gets it and remains consistent with it, oh my goodness. And like I told Stan in the chat, like, if he keeps this up, I would not be surprised if he gets that treatment like Weatherholt next year and get an extension, because you want to go ahead and lock down these young guys as soon as you can, and not wait till arbitration and free agency, and then the price tag gets ridiculous. So shout to Hein Bloom for being patient and making sure that these young guys are being developed the right way, and not just saying, okay, he's been hitting 10 home runs in a row in AAA, so let's automatically bring him up and then he's Nolan Gorman. You know what I'm saying? That's not what we want to do. We want to make sure that these guys are brought up in the right way. So when they are up there in the major leagues, they are there to stay, not there to go back to AAA and see what happened to his swing or his confidence. No, we want to make sure that once these guys are in the major league, they are in the big show, that they are there for now on, and there's no looking back. Which leads to this question now, because once again, you see on the topic, how wild can the Cardinals get? And they are like what, 3 games behind in the wild card. Joe, how much more excitement do you have with this team and the belief that they can catch a wild card spot?
I don't know. Like I said last week with Kyle Reese on the show, I was like, they've already exceeded my expectations. Win 9 more games, I think they got to what I thought was going to happen. Do I think it could happen? Yeah. I mean, you got the Phillies ahead of you. You got the D-backs, which I said before that series after the All-Star break, you got to win those games, and we did not. That's when we were going through our worst stretch of the year. So that sucks, because if you're in a tiebreaker with them at the end of the year, they got you. But Phillies, another big series this weekend, and who knows? I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if it happened, because it's been such a crazy, fun year. I don't expect it to happen, I guess. I don't know how to say what I'm thinking, but how about you? What I know I called you out on our chat about a month ago when they were going through that stretch. You said that they were in June a playoff team.
They were at that time.
But that's how it was last year too. And then they
Yeah.
weren't, and then they slowly got out of that slump, and they've won what 3 of their 3 series in a row, 4 series in a row,
Right,
4.
right.
So it's
And all this is before Baez came. You know what I'm saying? So everyone can know this was before Baez came, but with Baez being
now
added
let's
on,
not put all this pressure on him. Let's not put all this pressure on him.
no. I'm letting people know that we've already been winning before he got on the team. Now with him on there, it's just added on to what they're already doing. So there's not no pressure on him to be the absolute stud, and we got to have him hit 25 home runs. It's just a mere presence that he's coming at a right time where this team is finding themselves. And that's what I've been saying all along, even back in June, is that yes, I'm not going to say that they're going to win the World Series, but what I'm saying is that because this team was constructed as a young, hungry team, last year's team really wasn't young. It wasn't a young team. This year is you're just letting these kids find out for themselves how are they going to adjust to playing a full season. Now you don't have to have someone looking behind their back like, oh my God, I had an error. So now you're gonna see someone else play my spot. You know what I'm saying? You're getting the future right now, and they're only going to get better because they're getting that experience. And they hit a wall. They hit a wall in June and July, but they're getting hot at the right time.
Yeah, everyone hits a wall. Every single team has that wall throughout the year. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, we'll see. Like they're fun to watch. And preseason when we talked about them going into it, I know, Stan and Bunny and Sadal were all kind of hesitant, and me and you just kind of wanted. This is what we wanted, really, is a fun team to see what we have. I just get us excited again. And like I said last week, they've 100% exceeded expectations. And I wouldn't be shocked if we made the playoffs. I'm like right in the middle when it comes to that, because with everything that's happened this year, it wouldn't surprise me.
I just want to add that it's been a minute since we have gone into September and we're still in it. You know what I'm saying? We're still excited about the team. By this time, the last 2 years, by the time September comes, it's like, well, we already know we out. So it just okay, how bad is it gonna be? You know what I'm saying? Or it just it's gonna be one of those, well, we already know, let's go ahead and call up this person just to have them play and just keep so and so from hurting them, whatever it is. They were just plans to play. But
Mm-hmm.
now going to September, we're playing with meaning. And that's all we wanted was to have a team that's going to be competitive all the way until the very last game of the season. And that's what we're getting as we step into September in what 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? So that's the part that I'm excited about the most, is that we're getting exciting play. And I have a feeling that this next upcoming homestand, we're going to see the fans start feeling that too. I have a feeling.
As in, like,
I
fans
ain't
are
saying
gonna
forty
slowly
thousand
start
people.
showing up.
Yes, I ain't saying 40,000 people. Maybe depending on who they playing, but I can start seeing more butts and seats than more seats.
Who do
than
we have after this road
So we
trip?
have Baltimore coming in town,
Oh yeah, I'll be
uh,
there.
and Pittsburgh coming in town as well. So yeah, I just got a feeling, especially with Baez coming, fans love to see something new, something exciting, and be there. Excuse me, to be like, oh yeah, I was there to see this young man just pulverize the ball. So I'm
I'm looking
excited
at the
about it.
rest. I'm looking at the rest of the schedule. I don't think people are coming for the matchups the rest of the year.
Mm,
As in, like if the Brewers are here, if the Cubs were here, if the Yankees were here, the Dodgers. But I mean, we got Baltimore, which their fans travel well. We got Pittsburgh. We got the White Sox, who have been great this year. The Giants and the Nats. Those are the last. Those,
mm,
those are the last home series.
got you. Well, we're gonna
So I
find
don't
out.
think fans, but I
We're gonna
mean,
find out because especially like I said, I'm thinking more so of the bias factor, but also
mhm.
us playing competitive, meaningful games going into these last 5 series at home. Fans are going to be intrigued. I feel like, because that's what they've been missing.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
No, I could see that though. Like you said, with Baez, with them still pushing for something, because even in 2016, that was when things slowly started to change.
Right.
I mean, we didn't make the playoffs on the last game of the year. How exciting would it be for that to be our last home game or last game, regardless of the year, of we're actually fighting for something. And I wanted to say, I seen this on social media, is there's all these weird comments from Mason Wynn when the trade deadline was happening, about kind of just like he was just kind of annoyed by us selling some people, which again, you think he knew that going into it, but after the deadline happened, he's played a lot better, for one, but two, the team as a whole, after they got over that hump of selling or semi-selling, the team started playing better. I wonder if the team was just kind of like in a weird rut, like, oh, this sucks. We're gonna lose Newt Bar, we're gonna lose May, we're gonna lose JoJo, we're gonna lose O'Brien. Like saying they're gonna just kind of sad that they're gonna lose everyone, and maybe that's why it happened the way it did. Of like a 2-3 weeks of a bad stretch. But ever since the deadline, they've definitely turned it on quite a bit, and I don't know, they've been fun to watch. Like they've been fun to watch. The last game that I went to was just me, Brendan, and our two friends. It was just no kids, and the stadium. It was just against the Rockies, but the stadium felt lively, and so I do think the fans are slowly starting to get back into the swing of things and start to believe a little bit.
And yes, I 1000% agree that the trade deadline was stressing players out.
Yeah, I mean, Burley talked about it. He was worried that he wasn't going to be here, so Uh, that I'm sure that has a big impact on a lot of teams. Like, oh man, these are my brothers, this is my family, and again, they knew it going into the year, but I'm sure it's still, you can't help it.
Right.
You can't help human emotion. So
Yep. It's all part of it, but great conversation. And like I said, I'm just excited that we're going to get some competitive games going into the fall season. So let's
yes.
go and let's just enjoy some baseball here in St. Louis. Speaking of St. Louis, there's another pro team who plays down the street, Joe, from Bush Stadium, that actually has been making noise, and we have not talked about this team in God knows how long, because we just thought it was just over with how it was going in the season. But I am glad to say that we may be wrong, because St. Louis City SC hasn't lost a game in the last 10 games, Jobo.
You know
They
what's
have,
crazy about that?
what's that?
I don't know if you remember me talking shit about them in the chat probably 10 games ago, and then they came back and won that game. And then I
Yeah,
was like, I'm not gonna say anything in the chat. I'm gonna eat my shit, and that's that. But uh yeah, yeah, I mean, keep going. They've been good ever since I talked crap on them, I guess. You're
yes. So
welcome.
yeah, so right now, what you see on the screen is the Western Conference, and St. Louis is number 6. They are currently shaded in light gray, which means that as of right now, they are in the playoffs with 29 points. They are 4 points above above not having. Well, I'm sorry, the top 9 teams, I believe, are the playoffs are in the playoffs, or will go to the playoffs. Excuse me. Top 8, top 9, something like that. But
So
as of
Vancouver
right
to
now,
Minnesota are in the playoffs as of the second.
right, right.
Okay.
So yeah, so top 4. So the top 4 teams, as of right now, they are guaranteed a home series. So in MLS, it's a best of 3 series for the first round. Then you got the next 3: Dallas, St. Louis, and Salt Lake, which are guaranteed to participate in the playoff. So that's where we are right now.
I have a question. I don't remember because it's been a while since we've, and I hate saying this as a St. Louis fan and as a sports talk show, but maybe it's just me, maybe it's not. I don't remember how this whole playoff thing works since the first year. So, when do the playoffs and the MLS start, or when do you start really like caring about when it starts?
Great
Do you
question.
remember?
November the 18th is when the playoffs start.
Oh, we got so much time before then.
And then it runs through December the 18th. So 1 month of soccer.
Okay.
The MLS Cup final is on December the 18th. So there it is.
Oh, I mean, we watched like 2 weeks in a row when I was talking shit on them, and um I mean, it was fun. I'll say that for sure. I still love that Berkey wanted to stay here,
Yeah.
and he's the face of the team. But no, I mean, and is it Louvden or Loudon? He's, I like that guy. I like him.
Yeah, I believe it's Leuven.
Louvden, okay.
Yeah. Then right now I'm showing the East. What's the name? Messi. His team Miami is number 2 in the East. But once again, just the fact that St. Louis, man, they have made some noise. They are 7-1-1 at home, and on the road they are 1-5-3.
Hmm.
Overall, they are 8-6-4. But once again, they have not lost a game in the last 10 games. So that's the biggest thing, is that they're finally they're getting it. They're coming together. They are peaking at the right time. So let's keep this momentum going, and let's talk about 2 possible playoff teams, Joe
Yeah.
Bo, in the next couple of months going into the fall season. So wanted to show love to St. Louis CDSC, because we have not talked about that team in quite some time for the right reasons, because they just didn't give us a reason to talk about them. But definitely keep an eye out. I will keep an eye out on them, and the more they do, the more we'll talk about them, because it's going to be just good for the city. So shouts out to St. Louis City SC. Once again, this is the Platform Sports Talk Show, the main show. It is your boy Smoooth along with
Joe.
We getting right down to it. And another team we haven't talked about in a minute, because it's off season, but pretty soon training camp's gonna be right around the corner, and then you got the regular season. So it's time to bring back some Joe Knows. And wait a minute, we got her in mommy mode right now. Let's see what you're gonna do.
Yeah, well, once you want to say hi, just say hi real quick.
No.
Just say you're going to bed. She's being all shy.
Right.
All right, well, give me a huggy kissy. I love you.
Love you.
Get some good sleep, okay?
Okay.
Okay, now she's forcing herself into the picture.
Now she want to be saying.
Yeah. All right, I'll be up when we're done, okay?
Okay.
All right, love you.
Yeah.
Get some bling bling. All right. All right. Go to bed, you goofball. I'll be up there soon,
Right.
okay?
Oh, got little kids. As you can see, this is our family portion of the main show right here.
Yeah.
But now all good. So yes, Joe, we got some Joe Knows Blues Hockey Talk. There's been a lot of good things that I've been seeing, with some transactions, with the draft, the whole nine, some trades that's been going down for the Blues. But what has been your thoughts in regards to the Blues off season? Even some coaching moves has been going on, some moving chairs and everything. So just your thoughts right now in regards to the off season for the St. Louis Blues.
I mean, at least as the ladies' night crew knows, I've been pretty harsh on the Blues the last couple times we talked about them on the show, because you get excited about it, and then they start the year off and they just piss you off. It's like how the Cardinals were for so many years, of where they sucked at the beginning of the year, and at the end of the year they randomly want to turn it on, and they just mess with your emotions, and that's what the Blues have been doing the last couple of years, or they just suck. And but no, I mean, now you got some new faces in there. You got Alexander Steen showing up and taking over Army's role. They made some trades this offseason. Mason McTavish. They got him from the Ducks. He's not taking Kairu's place in Lions or whatever, but he's taking over Kairu. And I forgot that we even traded Kairu. Like, I saw your rundown of the show, and I was like, all right, babe, refresh my memory of the Blues, because I haven't even thought about them. I'm gonna be dead serious. I have not thought a single thing about the Blues. And so, he mentioned Kairu, and I'm like, oh my gosh, we don't have Kairu anymore. He just gets to play with Ovi. That'll be fun. And honestly, I think it's gonna be I think he's gonna be great, honestly, in Washington. But we're not talking about the Capitals. So we got Mason McTavish. I think he's gonna be great. I think he'll be a fun, nice little addition. I'm really excited about Brandon Carlo. He's kind of just a gritty type defenseman, and we could always, use another one of those. In the Kairu trade, we got Connor McMichael, and we extended him. I don't know a lot about him, but there's all the jokes going around on X about, oh, we finally got a Connor on the team. So, but no, I mean, we'll see what he has. If they extended him, they must like him. And then also, I'm more excited about the younger guys on the team, like Snuggerud and Dvorsky. I'm ready to see another full year of them. I was listening. It's funny because I saw your rundown, and then when we went to go get Mia from school, they had JR on which one was it? One of the 101 shows. I can't remember. And he was talking about how there's already like rumors of extending Snuggerud. But like, I wouldn't do that yet. Like, it's only been one. It's only been 1 year of him. Let's not push it. Let's see what we have first, But
So,
But seeing him, I'm
with
sorry.
that being said, why is that different in hockey than it is in baseball? Because with Brother Holt, he only played like 3 months and he had an extension already. So why is it different for Snuggie? And he already played a whole season. Well, he played majority of the season last year.
So I don't know what the difference would be with how like actual NHL people would think about it, but to me, I'm like JJ was a top draft pick. It was already like known that he was gonna be the real deal. I mean, the dude was leading off on opening day, and I don't know. I just feel like baseball, it's different when it comes to that. Hockey, you just never freaking know. It's I feel like it's hard to have someone come up right away and make a huge impact, not as a number one draft pick. So I don't know. I would hate for it's not like he had an amazing year. He just had a good year, So like I don't know. And baseball's just in a weird spot right now as well, and hockey has the cap still, and I just wouldn't want to spend all this extra money on him just to take some more of the cap space, really. Um, what else? Dvorsky, he was fun to watch last year. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes. um, and then I'm excited for Holloway and Broberg again. I know it was Broberg last year was hurt for a bit, and I think so was Holloway, but um, they're they were fun to watch. And Holloway, like it sucks because I loved that line with Holloway and Kyrou. I felt like they really clicked together. So we'll see who he clicks with this year coming up. With some of the moves they made, there's some other smaller moves they made that there could be some competition in training camp. And JR was saying, and I guess I completely forgot about this because there's less games this year now, so that means there's less training. There's a shorter training camp and only 4 preseason games. And so the competition this preseason is going to be crazy.
Right.
Like Nathan Walker, he's such a small guy, and like I love Nathan Walker. He's probably one of my favorite players on the team because he's small, he's gritty. He's one of those guys that will do whatever it takes, to get to the puck, to score a goal or to get the assist. So it'll be a big preseason and not spring training, but whatever for him. So that's going to be exciting. But one guy I am kind of over, but I'm interested to see how it will go this year because Kyrou's gone. Because I felt like there was a lot of negativity towards this guy and Kyrou for the last couple of years. No, is Buchnevich.
Oh.
I'm excited for Rob Tom. I think he's going to be fine. He got his surgery. He was fine after that last year. But Buchnevich is he hasn't been exciting. And I feel like there was a lot of slander against him on social media, him and Kyrou. So let's see what happens with him. And then lastly, I just want to say, like, Hofer and Benner, I said it last year and it kind of bit me in the ass a little bit, but then it ended okay. I still think those are two of the best, like, it's the best goalie tandem in the league, I think.
I agree.
Yeah, and then I said that last year, and again, I know it just didn't work out there for a little bit, but then once that second half started and the Blues, they woke up a little bit, you started to see it again. So I'm really excited about that. I know I slandered Benner a lot on this, and I felt like you probably could get a lot for him, but as Ferrario said on the show this year, who's your backup goalie? Who's your goalie in the minor leagues that's going to come up and be the backup to Hofer? You don't have that right now. So let's see what they can do together again. And maybe if you're not competing, then, maybe you trade Benner for someone. But if not, you got the best 1-2 punch going into the playoffs. But I don't think they're a Stanley Cup contender. I think they'll be an okay team. I'm not even gonna say they're gonna be a great playoff team or even make it to the playoffs, but I think they'll be an okay team because I'm still just feeling kind of salty about them for the last couple of years.
If they can just stop having these terrible starts, that's been what's been holding them back is these terrible starts to the season. It's like if you just come out
Yeah.
the gate and you're doing good, then you can have a lull, but you'll still be at the one of the top teams in the standings. And then when you're ready to get back to it, boom, you're in a good position. But just having to start so low, you know what I'm saying? Being like look like the worst team in all of hockey. Then you get a high streak, but it's still not good enough because you're falling behind so bad. You know, you're so down the hole where it's so hard to even get hot to get a respectable spot to where you're hoping the last week of the season that you can kind of creep in and get a playoff spot. No, we don't want to creep in. Let's know already by March or by April that you got a secure playoff spot. Now you're just playing for seeding. That's the level that we want to get to next. Is we have to avoid these bad starts. But I mean, I'm excited just from what I've been seeing, the moves that's been made with this team. Similar to the Cardinals, you just kind of just seeing certain things change, and I'm liking that. So I know we had this conversation a while back about the skies being gray and cloudy and the whole nine, but it looks like we're seeing some light shine here in St. Louis. So I'm liking it and hope that we're able to just experience even more and more of it. So that's it, man. That's our show for the evening, Joe Bo.
Ooh, I'm about to go pass out. Oh man.
that is it. But I hope that you all have enjoyed this episode here, and make sure y'all get ready for the Man Cave going down next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. But outside of that, once again, give us a follow all across social media from Facebook to the X to Instagram. Go on YouTube, subscribe, and click on that bell. Shoot us an email, platformsportstalkshow@gmail.com. Y'all want us to go out to your establishment. Y'all know a dope area that we can set up shop, get some live interviews in, do a live show. A guest that we should get on the show, and y'all have the information, let them know to email us platformsportstalkshow@gmail.com. Once again, we are looking for sponsors. If you want to grow your brand, amplify, your business, let's collaborate and take your business to the next level. Shoot us an email at platformsportstalkshow@gmail.com. Get maybe some logo placement, some on-air mention, sponsor segments, some highlight reels, more visibility, more recognition. Let's grow your business. Let's grow together. I'm all about the collaboration. So do not be shy. Hit us up. Shoot us an email, platformsportstalkshow@gmail.com. Let's get these sponsors to roll on in. Everyone else, once again, just show love to the Platform Sports Talk Show Network and stay tuned for the Man Cave going down next Wednesday as they give out their NFL predictions in regards to divisional winners, conference champions, and of course, Super Bowl champs. Going to be an exciting show going down next Wednesday. Spread the word about the Platform Sports Talk Show Network. Y'all have a great rest of y'all evening.
What you have just experienced was brought to you by Smoooth Productions. Until next time, stay tuned and stay smooth.